Hey, I'm Lance Ulanoff, editor-at-large for TechRadar, and I'm here with Panos, Panay, an old friend, not old, but an old friend, Senior Vice President.
It's okay, you can say it. I don't do 50 push-ups every day.
Senior Vice President, Devices and Services for Amazon. So, how's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
It's going well. It's good to see you. Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure to get to talk to you. It's been a little while.
I
just want to cover a few things because new job for you, but you're in control of a product that everybody's really looking at and interested and excited about. So I'm actually going to start with asking a question that I ask myself now every day because I'm using the product. When is Alexa Plus going to go fully public?
Fully public? It's pretty soon. I mean, we're working up. So like one of the things just to think about is there's a balance of, we have hundreds of millions of customers and we're being cautious, like, because there's two things. You think about starting from zero with AI. You have Alexa Plus, new, conversational, smarter, helps you get things done, helps you control your home, manage your lists, manage your calendar. All these things are coming in, and when you start from zero from an AI front, it makes sense. We have all our partners to bring along and to stay connected to. But when you have hundreds of millions of customers, they're not starting from zero. They're coming from what was Alexa to Alexa Plus. So we're trying to be very cautious and making sure we really do work out every kink. It's what we call early access right now.
Right.
And so we're doing it in a very kind of methodical way, taking feedback, listening to customers. People are pumped about using it. It's fun. And every now and then I'm like, turn it on, give it to everyone. And then you're like, no, like it's okay. There's, we want to make sure we bring every customer along that we can. And so we've got feedback mechanisms, we're listening. It's pretty fun. There's not an exact date right now, Lance. It comes down to when the product is ready, we open it. Now, keep in mind also, like these are over-the-air updates, meaning we're updating products in their homes, in people's homes. So again, you want to do that very cautiously, just from the perspective of you don't want to break it.
Right.
You just want to break it. You want your customer to get an update and have a delightful transition and experience. So these are just, you want to make sure you put the customer first. Like one of my favorite things about Amazon, customer obsession. Like, what does the customer need? What does the customer need? Which makes early access tricky.
Right.
Because, we're giving people a product that is, it's awesome. People love using it. But if you've been using the same product for 10 years, it's different.
Oh, it's very different. Yes, I can tell you I've been having conversations with it, like actual conversations. I started a conversation where I asked it about, do you know who Panos Panay is? Well, it turns out there's a music producer with your name.
That's my cousin. That's my first cousin.
And so it was stuck on that. And I said, what about a guy at Amazon? And then it knew who I was talking about. And then from that point forward, we actually had it was strange because we had a whole conversation about my job, why I knew you, that I was in the tech industry. It got a little weird because I started to realize, Lance, you're not actually talking to a friend. But obviously that's so different from the regular Echo, regular Alexa. But one thing I will say is that it's clearly not fully baked. For example, I showed it a pair of shoes. Now again, something I can't do with the old Alexa.
Right.
I said, I want a pair of shoes just like this. And I said, okay. And I thought this would be something Amazon would be really good at. But what it came back with was a list of shoes that didn't look like it, including women's shoes. And I'm like, look, you know who I am. You know who I'm talking to. Wow. So I was like, all right, this is not quite fully baked. But I'm going to ask you a question about the caution you're taking, because you answered a question I was going to answer.
Okay.
So great. We understand why you're being so cautious.
Yeah.
But I think we're in AI time, right? The concept of AI time is everything goes faster. Are you concerned that the caution you're taking is putting Amazon sort of behind the competition?
No, because I mean, look, if people want it right now, they can ask for it and they get it and they use it. And it comes with some semblance of understanding. It's early access, they get in, but they're also loving it. They're using it more, they're shopping with it more. There's some few corner cases where the kinks are being worked out, but ultimately you see the engagement. And if you think about what we've done, we have this agentic experience that's connecting to thousands of our partners, and you're able to do so much. So while there is an age of AI and it is moving lightning fast, as are we with it. But there's this element of being able to do all the things that Alexa is doing now, whether it's creating that list, taking it with you to the store, pulling it out, doing the shopping for you, ask for what you need and get it, manage your calendar, update the document. And Alexa reads it, then updates you back, and you can quiz yourself on these little things that are coming into play that and then connect to partners, whether it's ordering food or ordering an Uber. No one's doing that right now. So we have that, and people are engaged with our product in totally new ways, Lance. it's astonishing to watch the usage patterns that are on it. And so we feel good about that. Now, when do we get it to the hundreds of millions?
Right.
You know, this is like, it's a process to ramp up. Millions of people have it now, millions. And so it's not small, it's not the hundreds of millions that's the entire Alexa base worldwide, but we're focused on the US first, and we just got to get that right.
And you're kind of
customers.
training a user base who has spent a decade using Alexa and their Echo devices in a very sort of simple way. And I realize with Alexa Plus, you are transforming into a real 80-20 product, and that 80% of people using 20% of the capability of this really rich thing. I'm seeing it all the time as I'm using it. I'm like, oh, there's just more. I keep asking it, like, what can we do together? So,
sounds like you're developing a relationship with it.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm curious about, obviously, you spent a lot of time at Microsoft, a long time at Microsoft, and for that place, the world sort of revolved around the platform of Windows, right? So with Amazon, it revolves primarily around commerce. But what I'm curious about is if you envision the wheel of Amazon's products and services eventually revolving around the focal point of Alexa Plus.
Think about Alexa in your home and being ambient. It's quite powerful, that thought, meaning you and I having a conversation, we can turn to Alexa and just have a conversation. We don't take our phone, we don't hit power, we don't open the app, nothing. We just have a conversation. We can bring her in, help us resolve. By the way, at my house, we're having debates all the time. And let's just ask Alexa, let's get through it. And this helps because nobody at the dinner table pulls out their phone and then gets distracted and then starts texting and like, what are you doing? We're having a conversation. Like it's this magical moment where the family stays a little more connected. But there's a nuance in there. Like think about the services also that are there and ready to use. You can call any song in the world and play it. My brother and I were having a debate on what this latest One Republic song was, and we were trying to get through it. And finally, we just asked Alexa, "Can you remember this song in this movie?" And she found it, played it, and we were like, okay. But you have the music service, you have the Prime Video service, you have shopping. They all, to your question, they all hang around this service that's Alexa. And yes, of course, it's at the center of serving so many different customers on what they need and connected directly into those Amazon properties.
You guys right now have it working with the screen echoes, right, primarily.
Yep. Echo Show 8, 10, 15, 21.
Right. So many millions of people have, actually I still own the original Echo. Is there any sense of having a form of Alexa Plus working across every device that was sold?
There's so many different things you can do with the screen. However, you don't need a screen, and it will work on most generations of Echoes. Now, there's some very early generations, like it won't work on all of them, but almost all of them. You don't need a screen. If you have Echoes in your device and you are a Prime member, you're going to get Alexa Plus, and you can be conversational. You can set up your routines. It's powerful in all stances, screen or no screen, but with the screen, I think it's a better experience.
I want to switch gears a little bit just to talk about hardware and some of, as I see the sort of world of Amazon hardware. You have some stuff that's kind of well known. You have the Fire TVs, you have the Kindles, the sticks, and then you have things like all the essentials, right? All the sort of stuff that people buy, like the switches and all that.
Yep. We also have Ring Blink.
Right,
Eero.
Right. And so, but they're sub-brands or brands that some people don't even realize they're directly connected to Amazon.
Sure.
But Amazon hardware doesn't necessarily have the cachet of, say, an Apple, right? It's like some of the hardware people get all excited about, the next phone or whatever. Is there any intention to sort of elevate the Amazon hardware brand to that level of excitement? In a way, this connects a little bit to the conversations we had back in your days at Microsoft, where you almost single-handedly elevated a portion of Microsoft's hardware business. So I'm just curious about what your intention might be here at Amazon.
Okay, so we've had these conversations in the past where I'll never tell you what the future product is. Look, at the end of the day, I think we have something magical coming together with these products. And literally, the way they're interoperating, the fact that we have Alexa as an AI thread through all of them and how they connect. And I think also in elevating what people, something that they buy, that they covet, that's precious to them and how important that is. Like these are objects and they matter, buying something that you love and that you want to use. That's a combination of both the aesthetics, the finish materials, how well it works, the quality of the product, but also how well it works with the other properties in your house or the other objects in your house that are so important to you. And I think you'll see a little elevated. You know, you have a very motivated team right now to deliver Alexa Plus throughout everything that we're building. And then as you watch these devices connect, like if you're using your Ring cameras now, you can use them basically as a virtual security guard to your home. Just talk to Alexa, show me what's happening outside.
Right.
Did the dog go out today?
I've done it.
It's
Show me how many times the dogs have been peeing on my lawn.
Yeah, so
and it showed me.
It's pretty powerful. Yeah, sorry. You know, be careful what you ask for, I guess. But but I think it's both the essence of the experience that can be romantic and important and kind of give the customer what they're looking for and need, that I think is beautiful. It goes through the experience and also the object itself. So sure, I mean, you'll see elevation of the hardware is the answer, but you'll also see, you know, products up and down the line, great products at the top of the line and great products at the entry level. And I think it's just serving all our customers, which is so important. Like, that's what I want. I want customers to have a choice. And if they have a choice, they can buy the product that they love, but they all have to work perfectly, and that's the vision.
So obviously you already told me you're not going to tell me things like this, but there is a product that exists. It's called the Echo Frames, right?
Yeah.
I've used them.
Yeah. I have
Seems
them in
like
my bag.
a perfect platform for Alexa Plus.
Yeah.
Does it work with it now?
So I'll tell you an awesome story. I had a buddy who was golfing this weekend, and his story, not mine, but pretty fun. And he has Alexa Plus enabled. And so, kind of fun fact, you know, you get Alexa Plus enabled, it enables on all your devices, it enables on frames.
Okay.
So as he was golfing, he was explaining to Alexa, like, I'm standing on a side hill, I have a side hill lie, I don't know what to do, I'm terrible at this shot, what should I expect? And Alexa's just, that same conversation you were having earlier, is just breaking down, like, here's what you gotta do, put your, lean to your left side, take it 3/4 of the way back. And like, this guy, by the way, he's a terrible golfer. So the shot, I'm sure, was terrible, but it's,
you have to talk to someone I know personally who's a good golfer, so I get it.
But the answer is it'll work.
Right.
Like, so, Alexa's gonna carry through most products.
Well, let me ask you about this.
Yeah.
How do you feel about AR?
How do I feel about AR? There's a lot there. It can serve customers in very unique ways, but AR means, the reason I pause is because it means so many different things. And so maybe it means something very unique to you and clear to you, but not as clear to me.
You just gave me an anecdote where in my head immediately I imagined the lie, the ball, and looking at it and seeing an overlay of there's your angle.
Sure.
Right?
Remember, I worked on a product for years that was AR, and fundamentally, like at the end of the day, there's incredible technology coming down the pipe for it. So do I believe in it? I think it's got legs.
All right. Well, that's something. So a couple other things, and may or may not be able to answer this, but what do you feel? I mean, you had what I consider a storied history at Microsoft. What do you feel are could you describe a core difference, or any of the core differences between the Microsoft environment and where you are now at Amazon?
So, at Amazon, the culture is phenomenal. The LPs, the leadership principles, like, if you haven't read them, this is something, like, I always encourage folks, like, go read the leadership principles. They're so core to everything that we do. And if you live by those, and for me, they align to who I am as a person. And so what I found is, when you have that alignment, your strides they're smoother, they're cleaner. When you think about customer obsession, you think about biasing for action, when you think about diving deep into, these are the things that just make for great product making, and then supporting, if you will, the customers that you're serving. At Microsoft, same, great culture, great company, great leaders, and 20 years, very proud to have been there. But that transformation of AI right now and what we can bring together at Amazon, it is like it's a dream come true, in the sense of, when you think about the products that we mentioned earlier, all the way through to Kuiper satellites, just the opportunity to change the world with putting products in people's hands is just, I gotta tell you, it lights me up.
So you guys at Amazon have developed your own model. It's called Nova.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also using Anthropic.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any possibility that, one, you would stick with all of your own models, two, you would bring in yet an additional third party, like something from OpenAI?
We always say we're going to pick the best model for the customer. Like, what is it that serves the customer best? But at the end of the day, the majority of the product is running on Nova. And Yeah.
there a way that I would know the difference? Like that whole conversation I was having with Alexa Plus, do you attribute that to Nova or
Well,
to,
it's a little more complicated. It's nuanced, but
are they together in a room working it out?
yeah, they just talk. They just sit next to each other and talk to each other. It's probably not a way that you would know, but ultimately that was likely a Nova conversation, your conversational aspects are, but I wouldn't know unless, I don't think anyone would know at the end of the day.
All right, so one more question.
Yep.
Should the rest of 2025, should we expect anything big?
I think so. I think that, first off, we're going to release Alexa Plus to everyone, and we're pretty pumped about it. And then you'll, of course, see some new products coming down the pipe that might inspire you.
All right, that's as close as I'm going to get to
I
hearing
can't
the
give you
future.
more. Like, I don't.
Very
Like,
exciting.
I certainly am not going to share what those are,
All
but
right.
I got to tell you, we're working on some really. By the way, just the team that's working on these products has so much passion. What they believe in, what they're bringing with Alexa, what they're bringing with Ring and Blink, what they're bringing with Kindle and Eero, and we have the Kuiper satellites and Zook. So like, these are teams that are passionate about delivering, and at the end of the day, as AI connects it all, it's pretty inspiring.
Well, congratulations on your success. Thanks so much for sitting and talking.
I appreciate
I really
it.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me,
And
Alex.
anytime.
All right. Keep doing your push-ups.
Keep trying.